see spaghetti and meatballs staring at me. Spaghetti and meatballs staring at me. Get yourself a serving, maybe two. Talking Bulls basketball is what we do. Get your garlic bread and your dish of the week on spaghetti and meatballs. Oh yeah, spaghetti and meatballs. Don't forget the Parmesan cheese.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all you tasty meatballs out there, we are back. Spaghetti and meatballs, Trevin and John Z. How you doing over there, big guy?
You know, we talked about it. I'm okay. But, you know, it's just kind of the MO of this team.
I was going to say, it feels familiar, doesn't it?
It's just what – and although we had a loss at Boston, DeMar gets the quad injury, goes down, we lose. You know, we make it competitive. It's a 2-point game late. Zach took the 3, but it was like –
yeah.
And then we come out and just shit the bed.
Yeah, that I missed a lot of that game, but I saw the end of it, and then from everything I read and the highlights from it were it kind of sounds like the same kind of problems that.
And it's like I haven't even looked at the lines tonight, but it's like I'm sure that the Thunder are getting points. Bulls are going to win. Let's take the Thunder and the points because they're going to.
Totally agree with you.
We will
be way closer than it should be.
Yes, I imagine the Bulls sometime in the second quarter are down double digits at some point.
Yeah. Oh, I would complete. We should see if there's some sort of line we can find on that, how much they're down at the end of the first quarter.
We want to bet the Bulls to win, but also that they're down at double digits at some point in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's confusing. It's baffling, but overall they have been playing better.
They have been playing better. And
just to touch on quickly, we recorded an episode last week. There was issues. So the general theme of that episode last week was things are better.
Yep.
We've been playing good basketball. Yep. And then since then we lost at Boston, again, good game, and then a not so good game against Washington. So
I got a couple concerns though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do our traditional format. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. You got anything? Any shout outs?
I don't have any shout outs per se this week.
Okay.
People have been you got any shout outs?
You know what? I'm going to give the shout out that I gave last week since it didn't make it
on air. You still have it?
I don't have it pulled. Maybe I can pull it up on my phone. But my oldest kid, big Roblox player, somehow figured out how to get us.
Yes. I
said
it last week. I love our logo on the shirt.
I know. So there we are. Roblox characters, Roblox avatars.
That has to be you with the hair because I don't have any hair. So like.
Yeah, I think that's you with rocking the Bulls hat.
Yeah.
It was red and black hat. So, but anyways, so Reed, buddy, appreciate it.
We appreciate you, man. Avid listener.
Yeah, big time. Dedicated.
As always, we get a lot of internet hate. Like people,
yeah.
You know, we're like quasi celebrities, and people like to hate on us.
Yeah, it just comes with the territory.
It's like almost immediately after our previous game, whoever we're playing next starts tweeting at us. So I get this one, and you probably already saw it because you check. Thunderstruck 76.
Oh boy.
Hey Chodes. Billy will always be ours, you bottom bitches. That's it. That's
it. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Okay, I don't even.
I'm gonna piggyback off that real quick. Because same kind of thing, and it was for some reason it was the Thunder fans they're coming after us.
I don't know if they like to troll us or I don't know what this is.
I don't know if that's just their thing.
Well,
but this was from
not a lot going on in Oklahoma, so
I suppose that's fair. That's a good point. This was from Thunder Nuts 01.
This guy this is a burner account of the same guy.
Oh, it's got to be Team A. young, talented, and a shit ton of draft picks. Team B, old, underperforming, overpaid, and nearly no draft picks. Tell Billy we said hi.
That's it. He doesn't make two Billy. That's the same guy.
That's what triggered it off. As soon as you said or made the comment that he said something about Billy,
that's like
the pieces have been connected.
I don't even. That just frustrates me.
Again, not a whole lot going on in OKC.
No, there's not. But it's just like Billy.
Yeah, I wonder how Billy feels about how if he was still in OKC and have that roster he has now or that they have now.
which is a. But okay, so here are my two things, and I'm going to ask you because one of them you're the expert on. I saw something, and I'm not going to give the source or heard something even that like Lonzo is just out for the year, and maybe we don't know it yet. I also heard on the same thing because I know that's your guy on the inside. I heard a very positive thing that like DeMar's like was never serious.
Yeah.
From Jump Street, and if he doesn't play tonight, it'd be very surprised. And the next game, is it Sunday versus Golden State? If he's not in the lineup, like that'd be kind of shock of the century type thing. Like should be there tonight, probably Sunday.
DeMar should be good, and it was one of those things that they've been monitoring it for like a week or two. You know, it's felt a little tight.
Yeah.
So I think it was just one of those things, according to my guy, that at that time in the game, it felt a little more intense. But yeah, it's not anything. And I think too, that was the first. Those were the only games the only game he's missed so far. Probably tonight as well. So.
And can I just say with you, I loved your guy at that White Elephant gift exchange. Like he was having a blast.
He loves that shit, dude. He loves that shit. Wheeling and dealing, trading with this guy.
Oh my god, that was
yeah. Hey, you gotta appreciate it. He's got his quirks, but
you know who else
knows how to have a good time.
A good time at that party was Chuck Swirsky.
Hey.
I don't know if he had a couple eggnogs in him. Like
worse. Hey, that guy, and he's shown off some of his moves before, but he can dance. That guy can get down. And speaking of, I saw something that he's calling this 2000
team. Yep.
So shout out to you, Chuck.
Yeah. So, we had some fun. I'm not going to call it because we're not part of the organization. It was kind of like a side thing that we had going on that we've done for the last 2 years now.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you where, but we rent out a little hibachi place and we have a White Elephant gift exchange. We have some laughs, some drinks.
Yeah, things get nuts. Get nuts.
It was fun.
Yeah. It's completely unaffiliated with them. Like they don't take responsibility.
Not affiliated with the Bulls for that party. Like
for that, yes, exactly. There's some waivers that need to be signed.
Yes, like
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So my my second one I have. And you don't have to say if you don't want to, but have you heard anything about Lonzo? Because I was like, what the frick?
Man, my guy he's playing it quiet, which makes me a little nervous that it's more along what you're saying, because I've seen some of those same reports throughout the year, more recently the last couple of weeks, and he keeps brushing it off.
Yeah, like boom, boom, boom. Like
so, I don't know. We've talked how that's like. Especially when the team was playing like shit consistently. Like that was kind of our sliver, our little sliver of hope. But I don't know, man. It still nothing. Because Billy came out a week or two ago and said that not great progress, but progress. Well, what does that mean? So I guess he's able to shoot now, so that he's able to run a little bit, but I don't know.
Because God, could we use him?
Oh, actually, I'm going to throw this out at you real quick, and this doesn't. This was back before, if I can find it here. So before the last couple games, which I guess 2 more losses without Lonzo, I did a little bit of research here, John Z. Last year they had him for 40 games. Okay, they were 27-13. So it's solid 14 games over 500, right? Since then, it's been January 14th. So just tomorrow will be 1 year since he last played a game with the Bulls, and they are 37-50. So
wow,
13 games under 500 without him.
That has to be brought up on the broadcast tonight,
right? And now that is including playoffs. That's and both are large enough sample sizes. You got 40 games with him. That's enough to tell what kind of impact he has, and however many games.
26 game difference with and without.
Yeah. Yes. So
okay.
That's why we've said for a long time that it's been made pretty obvious too, but he was the one piece that really made all this go at the beginning of last year. So who knows?
That was a telling fact. I did not. I've been like, oh, we're better with him. Yeah, we're better with him.
Right. I was surprised at the discrepancy there as well. So, but that just goes to show you what kind of difference it made with and without him.
For sure. So, here's my other thing. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're frozen up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Here's my other thing. We're playing a game the other night, 2 nights ago, Washington. We're down by 3. Zach takes it to the hole, says he's looking for continuation. But my concern is after the game, Billy comes out and says, we drew up a 3. So either Zach doesn't give a shit what Billy's saying, or he's an idiot.
Either one is not good.
And then my second part of that is that, I don't think Thibodeau ever throws a player under the bus like that. And just oh yeah, that's we told him if it was there, take it. I don't know.
I was a little surprised when I heard the post-game comments as well about, you figure in most situations the coach is just going to, we were hoping for a good look. It wasn't the look we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Whatever, say some kind of coachy stuff and
jargon,
move on.
Yeah,
exactly. But he it sounded like a little bit of a call out to me.
So I'm a little worried here.
And Zach has been playing really good.
Yes,
especially when you look, and not just over. I was looking at something where his stats since December 1st versus the first month and a half.
I'm sure it's got to be
night and day. So, that's encouraging to see. And we talked about this in the pregame. He just sometimes forgets what he's good at and makes these stupid, unbelievably dumb plays and jacking up threes at the wrong time. He had a pass the other night where trying to throw it over. I don't know, man. It's just sometimes he leaves you scratching it. So to that point, I don't know if he was ignoring Billy or if he truly.
But it was
another one of those moments.
Yeah, I tend to think the latter because it was 6 seconds to go.
Yeah,
you would hope like that. Down 3 that your plan, your ultimate plan is to take it to the hoop, get fouled, and make the continuation. That's your hope. That's bad basketball.
Exactly. If that type, that's your right. That's your continuation shot from 20 feet away.
Yeah.
I don't know. That left me. I can handle losing. It's when you lose into teams like Washington and some of the teams the Bulls have, it's frustrating. Yep. But then when that was your last possession, when that's how it went down, it was
because people are bitching, I think, unnecessarily about the Kuzma shot was insane. It's not
you tip your cap to him. He made a great shot. That was a hell of a shot.
like falling away with like Caruso in your face as you're like falling out of bounds. Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
exactly. Sometimes you just tip your cap to him, and that was one of those situations. But you'd like to see you had plenty of time to still get off a clean look, and that's I don't know.
But then it's like I go back and forth because it was like Washington had a foul to give. So I'm like, okay, so maybe in his mind, he's like, they know that they have a foul to give. I get them up in the air and they're like, or something, and I can get them on the wrist. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make that shot.
Yeah.
And then the free throw as opposed to just one. Like, I don't know.
Well, and I agree. And I guess like, and 6 seconds left, it's not a lot of time left, but it might be enough time if you get the ball and you have a clear lane to the hoop and you take it and you can score with 3.5 seconds left and then foul them. And then foul. And I don't know, but that wasn't that situation either. Cause again, he's just barely inside the 3-point line. So
I just had to voice.
Frank's going to have a field day with this conversation.
But you know what else I think we can put a couple things to bed? Is Zach LaVine not being like a max player. I think at the last month you can say you got to toss that fact out.
Yeah, the knee is healthy and he looks completely different.
He's a max. But at the same token, I think you also have to put out the people who say Zach should get the last shot at the end of the game, people.
Yeah.
So it's like hand in hand, like, max player, DeMar gets the ball at the end of the game.
Exactly. Regardless. I'd almost rather see you give Kobe White a shot there.
Yeah, because
not maybe I wouldn't. It's not like 10 times out of 10 I choose Kobe White to shoot it.
No, I get you.
I mean, he's out there for a reason.
I tweeted out, and I tend to always tweet out like when one of our guys and listeners of the show know that Trevin's guy is Vooch and my guy is Kobe. That when one of our guys, Trevin and I tend to like tweet out a lot, like Vooch, Kobe, like those are our guys, And when Kobe was getting his feet set, I tweeted out like, don't let him get his feet set because he's gonna light you up. Yep.
And like he hit some big shots in the fourth quarter lately.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, we're still in the playoffs. We're still in that last spot in the playoffs. We're only like a game and a half behind the Heat, and we have an easier schedule coming up.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking about that based on how we've been playing against everybody this year. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Right, yeah, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, like, okay.
Because I saw that they have like the third easiest schedule from here to the rest of the season. I don't know if that's good or bad. So
let's just, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Vegas odds, we should win tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the line will be Sunday with Steph just coming. I think that's his first game back. I don't know. Did he play?
I'm not sure, but
coming back.
Yeah.
He might Paris. Play the Pistons out in Paris, and then we get like Charlotte, Indiana. Like there's some winnable games in there.
I was Atlanta and San Antonio.
Yeah, let me bring up Atlanta was the other one. It was Atlanta, then Charlotte, and I'll give it to you exactly here. But I was like, okay, we have 5 games coming up. We should win 4 of these games.
Yeah, and I was looking even beyond that. The next 9 games, like, I'm not saying we run the table, but they're all winnable.
Yeah, so we have OKC, Golden State, Detroit, Atlanta, Indiana, Charlotte, Orlando, Toronto, Charlotte again, Portland, San Antonio. I mean,
Portland, yeah.
There's 10 games that we should win 7.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, that'll be pretty telling, I think, because that'll
get us to 500. Or we? Yeah, we go 7 and 3 out of our next 10, and we're at 500.
Yeah, we're exactly at 500. You're right, and I think that'll be. Those next 9-10 games will be pretty telling, and because that kind of pushes you up right to the All-Star break.
And that keeps us.
Trade deadline is close.
Yeah, and we'll see because we've always said let's keep this core intact. But do they trade a Alex Caruso at the trade deadline? Do they trade a Vooch? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm curious. Because I've seen some Kobe White chatter out there as well. And I guess that's the thing is
I hate trading young guys.
I know, and I'd much rather see
how many times can Markin and dunk on us before we're like, let's keep Patrick Williams for another couple of years and see what.
Right. Let's be patient. Let's learn our lesson here and give these guys time to figure it out. I know, because that's what I just don't want them to make a trade just to make a trade.
Right.
You know, okay, great. Okay, you trade Kobe White for some better interior defense, but now you just lost one of your one of your best 3-point shooters that we already are not good at. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But like we said, I think these next 10 games will be pretty telling in what the plan will be moving forward.
Yeah, because there's no saying that we can't win 8, 9, 10 of those. But there's also no saying that we can't go 3-7 or 2-8, and then we're like, okay, I tell you what, we go 2-8 in there, something better change.
Yep. Blow it up. Blow the whole damn thing up.
We go from 4 games under 500 to 10 games under 500. It's over.
Against this upcoming schedule, there's no saving this squad.
No.
I agree.
No. Because it is like, it's just, you and I talk about it, it's like night in and night out, you face us and you're like, man, we got to go against Vooch, Zach, and DeMar.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's tough.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure. And all of them have been playing good.
Mm-hmm.
All, you know.
The big three's been playing big.
Yeah.
So I think we get, Javonte back in the rotation back.
Yeah.
Caruso healthy.
Yeah. You can tell that they miss Javonte out there. I mean, they're still playing, like we've said, they're still playing a lot better, but just the energy that he brings off the bench and on both ends. I mean, I know not that he's putting up a lot of points out there, but the slashing, the cut in, the offensive rebounds and putbacks and stuff. So it hopefully, because he had surgery on his knee, right?
Yeah.
Minor surgery.
Minor, like one of those, like a little scopy.
Yeah. How long was he going to be out for?
I don't know. Like I had thought, was it like 3 to 4 weeks or something?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. That sounds right. I'll see what my guy says. He didn't mention anything about it.
So so what are you thinking about tonight? Like, we got the Thunder. I'm going to look up the line right now. Who do we put on Giglerius Alexander? Giglerius Alexander. I don't know how to say his name.
You got to go P-Will, right?
That's what I think.
And then you got Io on. I really like Giddey. I
do too. I do too.
He's only 20 years old. Bulls by 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing the Bulls win by 2 points.
Yeah.
On a last second.
It's tied and the ball's in DeMar's hand and he buries one from the elbow. So
yeah, exactly.
I think you got to put P-Will on Shea. I think you got it. Yeah, Io on Giddey. Like an overly deep team. They're just young and like.
Yeah. They're talented, man.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. We have the same record.
The exact same record?
Yeah, 19-23.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean they are a young team, but they've got a lot of promise. I don't know, because they're number 2 pick.
Chet Holmgren. He's out for the year, right? Yep.
I mean, I don't know what he would be. I question him.
I do too. Like
the size, so I don't know how much of an asset I want to.
And I don't but guy's unbelievable. It's just I have a hard time. Like you're 7'2", you're like 170 pounds. You played at Gonzaga, and then you get hurt. Like not a great.
Yeah, exactly. And because that was, I don't even know if that was before preseason, wasn't it?
It was like summer ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was like summer ball deal.
And it's like something like weird with like his foot, right? So it was like.
Yeah.
If this is before the NBA even bulks him up, like you're like, okay.
I know, and that's always like a tricky injury with big guys is, Yao Ming fought that his whole career.
Yep.
Problems.
But I think, I think tonight would be a good start. Get a little momentum going into Sunday. I think the Paris trip will be good for the team. We get a win there. If we go 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be happy with 2-1 out of these next 3 just to say, okay, let's get the ball moving.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep winning more than you're losing and keep climbing closer to 500 and up the standings in the East. And
do you have any dish of the week?
You know what? I don't have a dish of the week.
I have one, and it's kind of an atypical one.
Okay. I like these ones.
It's Zach leading a quasi fast break, semi fast break, like a 3-on-2 fast break.
Yeah.
Penetrates in, sucks everybody in, kicks it out to Kobe. Just a nice basic chest pass, but he did the right thing. He made a good pass.
Yeah.
Knocked it down. And that was last game versus Washington.
And that's a good one because that's a good example of when Zach is aggressive and making the right play, how much better everyone else is. It gives Kobe open looks. The one night we were texting back and forth, P. Will got a couple open looks in the corner because he was going to the hoop. So I like that dish of the week.
Yeah, P. Will's been getting a lot of hate on social media. They're like, oh, Bulls biggest mistake in the draft. Dude, he's 20 years old.
Exactly. He's locking down the other team's best player every single night.
And he's giving you double digits in points. Yep. He's guarding Giannis, Tatum.
Yep. And and he's got the right attitude. He just puts his head down and keeps grinding. He missed a whole year. Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, I would love to see him putting up 20 points a game and 8 rebounds.
Here's my question.
I don't have any concern about him developing. It will happen.
I agree with you. It's like how do any of these like casual observers think he's gonna do that with DeMar, Zach, and Vooch on your team?
Exactly.
You just have a fourth 20-point scorer on your team?
Right, exactly. If they asked him to go out there and try and score 20 points a night, if that's what the team needed, I think he'd come pretty damn close to it.
I think you're right. So it's just I was frustrated at, but all in all, as we kind of close out here, I'm upbeat.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to tonight. I like this Sunday. I always like that day game they play on MLK weekend.
Yeah.
And then the Paris, I'm excited about what's going on. It's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm feeling good about it overall. Like, you take away the Washington game, over their last 11 games, they're playing great basketball.
Yeah.
Two of those losses were against Cleveland that shouldn't have happened.
Yes. Both last 2-minute reports come out and say we got screwed.
Exactly. So, it's frustrating to see again, how they play against lesser opponents, but they're playing good. They hopefully they can just keep getting healthy and see where we're at over these next 10 games and go from there, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Trevor, and I told you I had to bounce out for a little obligation, but this was fun. We'll be on Twitter tonight. I'm sure we'll be texting. So as always,
that's al dente.